fly at exactly 90 degrees on its side. Absolutely amazing. Ticking away, you can see you down there, ladies and gentlemen. If you actually look to your left, here it comes, the JP Strikemaster jet, and they're going to do a crossover fly past. There it is. A great photo opportunity, very unusual combination. Petrie, it is Strikemaster, climbing away, Goodwin going through the left. We're going to see what they're going to do next, and you can see the Petrie has and it's made it probably twice as powerful as it was originally. There's the Strikemaster now, based, as I say, on the jet bobbers.
It takes me back to when I spent some time in Kenya doing some very interesting bush flying, and the Kenyan Air Force still has a squadron of Strikemasters, and I really haven't seen one since those days. Goodness me, it must be about 35 years ago. There were a lot of them used by African Air Forces.
One of the great RAF trainers, modified with an upraised engine, and it's got hard points on the wings, able to carry 4,500 Mark 82 bombs. It's also got machine guns, so quite, for a trainer, quite
guys up here on the bus did their early training on the jet bobbers, the cousin, they call it, of the Strikemaster, and they say what a good beginning aeroplane it was, entry-level jet, if you like.
And one of the great things about this kind of aircraft is the ability to modify it. So been around a long time, still now flying, but in private hands. They have had mechanical issues with them. The New Zealand Air Force, I can remember some years ago, found cracks in the spars, and so a lot of work had to be done, ADs, as we call them, aviation directives. But there are about 12 different types of the Strikemaster.
In the RAF service or foreign government air forces, finding spares is not really an objective. But now, go on, Brendan, over you quickly.
So, he's got his mode on now, it's a low and slow fly past. So again, he can see you very clearly, ladies and gentlemen. Give him away, they can see you down there, that'll show you how slowly it can fly. Now, it's not that very loud distance down the Rolls-Royce fighter. It's a turbojet with over 3,000 pounds of thrust. This aircraft can cruise, flat out that is, at about...
So it's saying privately maintained, the spares are privately supplied. Of course it requires a great deal of an actual commitment to keep a fleet like this flying. There's not a private enterprise, private money, and of course sponsorship is required to keep these old aircraft in flying for your enjoyment today.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mike Wood, and I'm the Flying Display Director. We're getting close to the stage where we'll have to cancel the flying displays. I know it's a fabulous day, and you all want to be in the sea, but if you want to see some flying, will you please come
got
back?
That variation in speed, the pitch can go fast enough, and the Strikemaster can go slow enough in order to get them into a stable formation. But there they are, a very unusual picture opportunity. You will not see that very often in the United Kingdom or indeed anywhere else in the world. So once Mark has done his thing, Goodwin will break off and start his routine.
That's quite a rare sight, isn't it? You couldn't have two more different aircraft displaying this afternoon, the Strikemaster and the Pitch, but I think it makes an interesting combination. It's quite entertaining, if I may say.
I know we talked about the old and the new, but in fact we've really got the old and the old here, although the Pitch is a very new construction of its type. As I say, the fifth special goes back to 1943, and Mark Petrie in the Strikemaster.
Once again, if you can hear our broadcast down on the beach, we are trying to get the general public, you our guests this afternoon, the other side of the red and white tape. What we hate to do is have the suspenders display this afternoon. That would be really a great way.
And departs back to base. It will be down to Rich to do his thing. And now what he's doing is a thing called a spin dryer. Rich is doing barrel rolls behind the Strikemaster, and what he's actually looking at, or trying to look at, is the smoke trail and rolling around that. That's his eyeball mark. You can see Richard's got pretty good smoke on his aircraft there, very easy to see. Very important. I'm a great believer in smoke. Looking through those double wings tonight, but it's so easy for him with all that power. And oh, that's a hard push, that's negative G. Doing an outside snap and an outside snap roll. Double rotation on the climbing line, coming back round. That's hard work, that's about a -5. It's an instantaneous application of G, so it'll make your eyes water if you're not ready for it. So you're being pushed out of the cockpit there, not pulled into it. Top of the balloon with a snap roll. 1, 2 inverted. And he flies away. Oh, and this is one of his signature maneuvers. I think it's fantastic. I'd like to try it myself. I do a lot of flat turns, but unfortunately I haven't got an inverted fuel system. There he is, flying upside down, turning without using his ailerons, just applying rudder, and literally skidding around the sky. Tumbles end over end. That's the gyroscopic maneuver again. Left pedal forward stick. And he starts rotating. Precession from the force applied to the propeller. Getting plenty of height there, so lots of power from that 300 horse engine, and there he goes again. In a descending outside snap roll onto the down 45. Titanium landing gear, that's new. He's giving you a wing waggle. On the crowd center line up to the belly. Oh, there he is, a vertical negative snap roll. That's unusual, beautifully done too. Short turn. Ah, when he's going around to 360, yes. The Zurikovsky cartwheel. First man to do it back in the 1950s was a Polish gentleman called Zurikovsky in the Meteor jet. Named after a Czechoslovakian cocktail, yeah, too many of them. That's how you feel doing one of these maneuvers. Again, you can hear the growl from the engine. Big, 6-cylinder, air-cooled engine. Again, those amazing tumbling figures. Well, Rick, in fact, comes from very much from a flying family. And his father, Ken, who I believe is here today, and it is Father's Day. It's his birthday, he's 89. Ex-RAF lightning display pilot. Well, if you're here, Ken, and you can hear, a very, very happy birthday to you from us all, and of course from Rich. There he is, your son up in the sky, following in your footsteps. Of course, I have to say, was in the Air Force. He used to fly Tornadoes and did no less than 21 missions during Operation Storm, Desert Storm in the first Gulf War. So there we are. Like father, like son. Wonderful job. Left the RAF some years ago, and he now flies Boeing for a living. Very keen on aerobatics and that shows, and what he's doing really is following the tradition of some of the big muscle biplanes in the USA. Flying very much in the style of the famous short speed Tucker, and there it is again, the necktie, nicely held on a down 45. And I have to tell you, I know it for a fact that he is working on a modification for this aircraft in order to fit not one, you can believe this later, not one, but 2 jet engines underneath. And then that puppy is going to have some serious performance. Not that it's loose on performance at the moment. Down 45 once again. And look at that, a climbing 45 knife edge and a tumble, an outside snap roll. nice 8 to nice 8. Well, doing it erect, that positive G knife to knife was one of my favourite manoeuvres I used to do in the pits, but negative ones, well, as I say, you get it wrong and you load up heavily and you can whack the G up instantaneously to about 6 if you don't break the aircraft in the stall. When I say break, I mean break the airflow on the wing so that the aircraft starts to And there he is. Look at that rate of roll. This is for the biplane. Isn't that amazing? That's well in excess of 300 degrees a second. Here's the vertical. Oh, I think I know what he's going to do. He's going to dismiss the clouds. No, he does a snap roll. Now he's going to go straight for that snap roll. That is clever stuff because the aircraft's very unbalanced. You can't see it in the smoke, but he's actually rolling backwards, ladies and gentlemen. 2 turns, 4. Oh, he's still rolling. Unbelievable. He's still rolling. Wow, that is 3.5 turns for the torque roll. He literally stopped, he did a vertical snap roll, and then straight into a torque roll. I always did my torque rolls very well balanced to make sure that they would torque roll. So that's very clever stuff. So really working hard there again, you know, the heat in that cockpit and the energy being used. It's so difficult to describe to you what it's like in there. And then again, lovely, a cat long shebang, rotating, topping out, ends up erect, but the aircraft with negative controls applied. It's weird stuff when you're the right way up and you've got everything applied negatively. There he is, wing walk again. Again, he's looking down at you. I can see his head looking down towards the crowd, into the up vertical. Almost stopped, but just stop us back a little bit to stop it talking. That's TMR-QUE, of course. 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. 4 rotations, snap rolls on the down 45. And you really have to keep your head moving there. As each snap roll occurs, you've got to lead the stick along the inside of your leg into 0 G to keep it rotating. Otherwise, it just buries itself and stops. Again. Fascinating figure there. Not quite sure what it was, but... went left and right. Now that is interesting in order to give himself more rolling moment as he applies the left rudder. So instead of just going straight up on the climbing line and going left move, right stick, he rolls to the left and then put on the left rudder so the rotation went left right. And that gives you a far greater rotation speed. So all the tricks there, oh, that's a hard push again. Inverted and a negative snap, so he's already loaded up negatively and it starts rotating on a climbing 30-degree line. So this is all hot stuff, ladies and gentlemen. This is what muscle aerobatics is all about. Amazing. Well done, Rich. Thank you very much.